Hey guys, this is Tim. I was just watching a video of a search of a vehicle, and the guy was right. He didn't have to let the police search his vehicle, and so the police said, "Well, we're going to do a canine search of your vehicle." Well, I want you to understand the law, and I've made a couple of videos about this before. One, there's a case called Rodriguez versus the United States. If they pull you over for a traffic stop, they have to have legal cause to do a secondary investigation. The secondary investigation is the dog. So let's say you're driving down the road and you're speeding, they pull you over for speeding. If they walk up to your car and they smell marijuana, they don't need to bring a drug dog out. They can just pull you out of the car and search your car. Now, let's say you are driving down the road and you go into a neighborhood and you let somebody out of your car, and that person does a drug transaction with an undercover cop. Well, that cop can call in to other police officers and tell them, give them a description of your car, your tag number, and when they see you, they can pull you over. And they'll make up a reason to pull you over, speeding, you didn't signal properly, or something like that. Now, the Supreme Court says that at that point, they have probable cause to bring the dog out because they have a verifiable witness that watched you do a drug transaction. So what if the lady down the street said you were selling drugs and whatever? No. An anonymous call to 911 cannot justify a search of your vehicle. That witness must be willing to file a report, two, be a witness in court. Now, let's say you're driving down the road, you're coming out of a bad neighborhood, and they just want to search your vehicle, so they pull you over. Forms on some random traffic reason. Well, they have no legal authority to bring a drug dog out. The only way they can bring a drug dog out is that they have reasonable suspicion that you were selling drugs. And the court is very specific on what creates that reasonable suspicion. Your behavior does not qualify as reasonable suspicion. You being nervous, you stuttering, or anything like that does not qualify as reasonable suspicion. You not wanting to answer their questions does not qualify as reasonable suspicion. Reasonable suspicion is they saw you talking to somebody that is known a drug dealer, and they believe there was some type of transaction between you and that person. They might not have seen the whole transaction, but they believe that it was a transaction. That's reasonable suspicion. Now, about the drug dog. The dog can only go around the exterior of your vehicle. They cannot put their dog inside your vehicle. The moment they put that dog inside your vehicle, that's a search. That's an unconstitutional search. Anytime the police put anything inside your vehicle that works for them, it's just like them going inside your vehicle and searching your vehicle. That's an unconstitutional search. Second thing, there's two types of dogs out there. There's an aggressive searcher and a passive searcher. You have the right to ask the police officer prior to him taking the dog around your vehicle, what kind of dog do you have? Is he aggressive or he is passive? The difference between an aggressive and a passive searcher is an aggressive searcher will scratch at the area that the drug's at. So if you have drugs under your front tire, it'll scratch at the front tire, indicating that the drugs is at the front tire. If it's a passive dog, the dog will sit and use his nose to point to the area where the drugs are at. Now, police officers would try to tell you that the odor can come from your car and the dog can smell it at the back of your car. That's not how dogs' nose work. The dog can specify exactly the location where those drugs are at. And that's what they're taught to do. All dogs are taught the same way. They're taught to be specific on where the drugs are located. So if the dog indicates at the front driver's side door, and the door is closed, and the dog indicates at the front driver's side door, that means either inside that panel, that door, there's drugs inside that door, or it's going to be found on the driver's side of the vehicle. If an officer search your vehicle after claiming that the dog indicated on your vehicle, that officer just lied to you if he doesn't find any drugs, because the dog didn't indicate. The officer just wanted to search your vehicle anyway, so he just brought the dog out as a show just to get inside your vehicle, to search your vehicle. And a lot of times they're taking personal information down on you so they can track your online activities, track your purchases, and stuff like that. Doing other investigation that has nothing to do with drugs or anything like that. It's called intelligence gathering. Now these dogs, they're highly trained. If a dog indicates that there's drugs in the vehicle, 99.99% of the time, the police is going to find drugs. When they don't, that's because the officer just lied just to get it, have an excuse to search a vehicle. I was watching what is called Border Patrol checkpoint video, and the guy had like 12 cameras around his vehicle. So he went answer their questions. So they called the dog out, and the dog went around the vehicle. And so the guy put the dog back in the vehicle and back in his truck again. And he went and talked to the Border Patrol agents. And the Border Patrol agents tried to get him just to say that the dog indicated on the vehicle. And the man said, "Man, I would, but he got 12 cameras around his vehicle. You know, he could go to court and take me to court." He said, "But normally I would do that." So that tells you that some of these officers don't have any integrity on what they're doing. So when you're pulled over and they ask you outside your vehicle, legally you have to comply with getting outside your vehicle. You have to comply. However, you have the legal right to close and lock your doors when you do. They will try to grab your wrist to prevent you from closing your door. You have the legal right to close and lock your door. The Supreme Court has ruled that you have the legal right to close and lock your door once you exit your vehicle. And I advise you to do that.